today we are going to do our reading again from the story Sir Gus. And the story we're going to read today is called The Thief. So we can think back to the other day when we were doing our reading with Sir Gus in it. Our title was called The Beginning. And we talked about how you can take the title of a story and you can make predictions about what you're going to read. So if we know our story is called The Thief, I want you to take a moment to predict. And if you have someone around you, I want you to share with them your prediction of what you think the story The Thief might be about. As you get ready to form your prediction, I want you to think about what we know about Sir Gus as well. Sir Gus they call him Sir Gus the Fearless, but we know from the beginning that he is not a very fearless character. And in fact, he has a lot of fears. So in the story The Thief, what might happen today? Take a moment to predict. Pause the video if you need to share your prediction with someone else. We can also use the pictures in our story today to help us form a prediction as well. We see what might look like someone with a teddy bear here, and I can give you a little hint that that same person with the teddy bear is the same person we see here. That is going to be King Alfred. And someone else as well is coming into our picture. Looking at the other images from Sir Gus, we know that, of course, Sir Gus is present, but I want you to think about what does it look like he is doing in this picture here. Today, as you guys read, I want you to do the same thing that we did the other day. I have on our Google Classroom put up all of these questions, and it's really going to give you a breakdown of what to think about. So as you guys read paragraphs 1 and 2, think about the question, while everyone slept, what happened and how did the king feel? So after you read paragraphs 1 and 2, you should be able to answer that question. And if you cannot answer it, you need to go back and reread. So my question is, while everyone slept, what happened and how did the king feel? So I'll go into my story and I can start. One dark and stormy night, while King Alfred was sleeping, a thief crept into his bedroom and stole the king's golden ring. The next morning, when the king woke up, he saw his ring was gone. The king was very sad. So I've read paragraph 1 and paragraph 2, and I want to check before I move on that I can answer those questions. In the classroom, we're answering them aloud. So again, if you have an adult nearby you, it's a great stopping point to stop and answer this question for them. While everyone slept, what happened? Well, the king's ring was stolen. How did he feel? The king felt sad. I can go back into the text and I know his golden ring was stolen and the king felt sad. As you go through reading this story in your guys' activity notebook is where you can find these pages, 2.1, have these questions up and ask them before you read, ask them again after you read, and make sure you can answer them. The last and final thing I want you guys to do today is I want you to answer these questions, and I'm going to have you write them again today. We're going to work towards doing our Cami app where you guys can type them in, but I want you to write these answers again today and post a picture of them when you're done. But what is a thief? Sir Gus takes longer to get to the king than the other knights. Why? Why did Sir Gus fall off his horse? And why is the king not mad when he finds Sir Gus sleeping? As you guys answer these, one thing that is going to be different is you could just say, or you could just answer the question, what is a thief? But instead of doing that, I want you to take this question, what is a thief, and put it in your answer. So to do that, it might start with, a thief is, and then you answer the question. For number 2, it says, Sir Gus takes longer to get to the king than the other knights. Why? Instead of just saying why, I want you to work on putting that question in your answer. So it might sound something like, Sir Gus takes longer to get to the other knights because, and you're going to give me a reason. I want you to do that for all 4 questions together or today. Really working on making sure we use complete sentences with capital letters, punctuation, and we're taking that question and we're doing what's called flipping it and we're putting it into our answer. Please enjoy the story of the thief today. We're really getting a kick in the classroom out of Sir Gus and kind of the silly character he is becoming. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So again, you guys are going to be reading The Thief, which is 2.1 in your activity book. And then you're going to be answering the questions 2.2 on that page as well, and then posting a picture of them in our Google Classroom. Always throughout it, keeping in mind the questions that I posted in our Google Classroom for the thief. If you have any questions today, please let me know.